Hey, this is Troy from Axiom, and I'm going to go over a few things about the Axiom project today. Um, Specifically, the Axiom ACE. ACE stands for Autonomous Cryptographic Enterprise. And the Autonomous Cryptographic Enterprise is the governing system that operates Axiom on the ICP blockchain. Just a note, at the time of the making of this video, ICP is at $5.41. Pretty damn low. But that's okay because we're building. We're building, and that's all that matters. So, let's see here. Feel free to go to axiom.info and join our open discussion channel, where truthfully it's mostly just me talking, but people do ask questions from time to time, and I answer them in great detail. So, yeah, feel free to drop by and ask a question. Okay. This is the Axiom decentralized application. It's working on a copy of the blockchain on my MacBook here. So it's basically a simulation. I have a member named John Galt logged in here, and we're looking at John Galt's wallet. He has a bunch of liquid acorns, 25,200 liquid acorns, and he's actually going to lock some in for extra voting power. Right now, the liquid acorns aren't giving him any voting power. When he votes on a hypothesis on the truth feed, it just goes up on his Democratic vote, one man, one vote. But the other half of the voting system is a stake weighted vote, and that is the more voting power you have through your acorns, the more you influence how high hypotheses go on the truth feed, which means how many acorns they earn in the acorn drop, and also for DAO voting, electing custodians. In the DAO, you want more voting power. So John Galt is going to choose to 8x his voting power. That means he's going to lock it up for 8 years. And he's going to do 10,000 acorns for 8 years. That means he's not going to get to sell these acorns. Okay, and now he's going to do, let's see, he's going to lock up another 10,000 for 89 days. That will just give him 1x voting power, so normal voting power. The other choices are 2 years for double voting power or 4 years for quadruple voting power. So let's see how that worked out. For John, he's got 10,000 acorns for the 89 days staking period, and that gives him voting power of 10,000 acorns. Then he's got 10,000 acorns locked in for 8 years. That gives him 80,000 acorns voting power. And then he's got, looks like 5,200 liquid acorns, but that's not giving him any voting power. So his voting power should be Right here. 90,100. Cool. It's the extra 100ers because when he bought his membership, he got 100 liquid acorns and 100 acorns locked up in the 89 days. That's the same as that happens to everybody that gets a membership. Half their acorns are locked up for 89 days. That gives them voting power. Plus, it gives them some liquid acorns to make posts and stuff. Anyway, this video is supposed to be talking about the Axiom ACE, the Autonomous Cryptographic Enterprise, and we're going to get deep into that right now. So there are, let's get over here to the custodians page. The ACE is run by, in our case, 5 custodians. Later on, we're actually going to give people on ICP that want to create their own ACE a turnkey solution where we just spin up a canister and you can start your own ACE with your own token. And this governance system that I'm going to explain to you right now can be yours for a low fee. Okay, so let's see here. We're looking at the 5 custodians that are currently elected. The way I have this ACE set up is the election period is every 21 days. So John Galt has not voted yet. He's going to vote for custodians right now by clicking that button there. And then he's going to choose his 5 custodians he can vote for. There appears to be 6 candidates, but he can only vote for 5. He might not even vote for 5 because maybe he doesn't think some of them are good. So he might even run himself. But let's see here. The bottom one, Dave, is I want to raise stake and rewards. John's not going to vote for that because he doesn't want inflation to be a problem. Chuck says everybody gets a free pony. John's not going to vote for that because that sounds like ridiculous socialism. Ragnar, I will make sure Axiom always remains censorship free. Okay, John likes that. He's going to fill out his ballot for Ragnar. Alice, I will lower stake and rewards to lower inflation. John likes that. Although he does like the stake and rewards he gets. So, it's probably all relative though. If the stake and rewards go down, maybe it'll create less of a supply of acorns, and maybe the acorn price will go up. We'll see. So he voted for Alice, and then he votes for Bob because Bob is awesome, and he votes for the founder because he likes the founder. Okay, so confirm selection. Boom. Okay, so because Ragnar has 90,000 voting power, he really changed the. Pardon me, John Galt. He really influenced the election quite a bit. It actually didn't change the order, though. Let's see. Let's note that you can change your vote at any time. So let's see. Let's say he does want everybody to have a free pony. Okay. So he wants the treasury spent on free ponies for all members. I think they might run out of money, but let's say he does, and let's take away the vote for the founder, take away the vote for Bob. He's awesome, but let's just vote for Alice and for Chuck. Free ponies. Confirm selection. Okay, let's see what happens now. Now Chuck is in the running for he is in the top 5 candidates. The election isn't held today, but if we fast forward time 21 days, let's see here, 20 days. See if that does it, and we'll push refresh. Yes. Okay. So I I fast forwarded the simulation here 20 days, and Chuck is indeed a custodian with his policies for free ponies for everybody. Um, Probably not good, but luckily there's 4 other custodians that do not support the free pony policy. So hopefully that is not instituted, and the treasury will not be drained. Okay, let's show you how the voting system works here, um, for custodians. But how do the custodians run the system? There's 4 different types of proposals. The first one is called, and probably the most common one, is a worker proposal. Anybody that has goods or services to provide for the ACE, for the Axiom network, can submit a worker proposal. The other types of proposals are the field creation proposal. That's if fields are like subreddits on Reddit, and all the hypotheses that are posted on Axiom are actually posted in a specific field. So yeah, you can create new fields with this form. Then there's configuration proposals. Say if I wanted to have 8 custodians instead of 5 custodians, or we could change the configurations of the ACE by doing that. There's lots of different configurations that can be changed. Um, yeah, and then code proposals. This is a little more complex. Both configuration proposals and code update proposals, they take 4 out of 5 custodians to pass them, and a field creation proposal and a worker proposal, that just takes 3 out of 5 because it's less important. One thing I haven't mentioned, because it's not coded in to the code yet, or to the front end anyway, is something called a referendum. For huge, massive changes on Axiom, it can only be done through a referendum. So, um, briefly, I'll explain it. The referendum, say it'll cost 10,000 acorns to propose a referendum, so people just can't keep on spamming ideas for referendums. It's a significant cost. So people, if it's too high, they can pool their resources and get a referendum. Um, and the referendum lasts, um, I believe, 21 days, and I believe it needs 80% uh, token tokens to pass, but it's for drastic changes in the platform. An example would be, completely changing the way acorns are distributed. Instead of using the acorn drop, that distributes 12,000 acorns a day to the people who participate the most, on the platform. Instead of doing that, doing some other distribution method, or say we have problems with node operators on ICP in the future. We have actual node operators censoring Axiom, or somehow interrupting Axiom's business. we could vote, have a referendum to switch chains, for instance, or to spin up our own blockchain. These are things that can happen in the future with referendums, but that's for major changes. For most things, they'll be dealt with worker proposals, just and code update proposals, just for normal code updates. So let's just do a quick proposal here. So this John Galt fellow, he wants to do some. Let's see, what does he want to do? He wants to billboard on Times Square. Okay, that's the title of the proposal. I will create a billboard ad on Times Square New York City for 1 month. And that's going to cost, let's say here, 10,000 acorns and 1,000 ICP. That's what he wants. He wants. You can do either or. You can get do your worker proposals. You'll get paid in acorns or paid in ICP. But he's asking for both just because. Okay, preview my proposal. There we go. Note it's going to cost, most actions on Axiom cost acorns. This one to submit a worker proposal costs 100 acorns. And you're just going to review it. I will create a billboard on Times Square, New York City for 1 month. Okay. And he's going to click yes. Okay, we'll go over to proposals here. And we'll see what's going on. This is proposed. And now it has to be voted for. So 5 custodians have the right to vote on this, to approve it or to reject it. Now, John Galt is not one of these people. It's out of his control. So what we're going to do is log on. Let's see here. Alice and Bob and Chuck. Chuck the free pony guy. So we're going to log out John. And we're going to log in Bob, Alice, and Chuck. Okay, a little bit of a glitch there. We'll try that again. Okay. Bear with me here. Okay, Bob is logged in. Okay, we're going to go to, whoops, what's happening here? Okay, here we are on the list of proposals. Okay, that's all the recent proposals that have been passed or rejected. Anyway, the top one here is the one we're dealing with, and Bob is going to vote accept. He can vote accept or reject, or say he's currently undergoing some sort of operation. He can delegate his vote to one of the other custodians that he trusts to vote with intelligence. So Bob voted yes. Now we have to log out Bob and log in Alice. This might be boring to watch, but I just want to show you that the code works very nice, and that we can make decisions. Now, people might be thinking, "Oh, this isn't very decentralized." That the network nervous system on is a much better DAO. But really, if you think about it, people are just following neurons and not doing any thinking for themselves in general, and just voting, just getting their voting rewards and not even paying attention to decisions. That's a generalization. I should say some people are doing that. So really, what you're doing here is it's kind of like representative democracy. You're voting for people you feel you can trust, but the good thing is, as soon as they prove, you don't have to wait. If they prove to be assholes, you don't have to wait 4 years to vote them out. You can vote them out right away. So that is cool. Okay, we have Chuck here, and he's going to vote. See how Bob voted yes, Alice voted yes. So we have 40% said yes. Now we're going to have Chuck also vote yes. There we go. 60%. So we're going to just go ahead. We're going to forward one day. Let's see what happens here. In theory. Okay, so it's been executed. I'm not sure why it says in 2 months there. I'll have to ask. Let's go check. Sometimes there's miscommunication between the idea guy and the coder guy. And by the way, the coder guy is obviously a genius because he is kicking ass and creating all this software from scratch and making it so it can run on the internet computer. He's dealing with front end and back end, and just he's an incredible young man. Okay, what was I doing? John Galt. So that's this guy here. Okay, so we're just gonna look and see in his profile here. We're going to go over to his profile. We're going to click on his assets page. Oh, by the way, everybody gets a profile, and they can add 8 links. They can add a location, and yeah, I recommend not a detailed location, but basically the country you're from, or the state, or the province, or whatnot. Okay, assets, my assets. Okay, so we're opening up his assets and seeing if he got paid right away for that project. DAO revenue. Okay, right here. He got 1,000 ICP and 10,000 acorns from the DAO to go do this job of getting the advertisement on the billboard in Times Square. So John Galt just claimed that, and now see it. Let's refresh. Looks like the acorn showed up, but the ICP did not yet. Let's see. ICP. Okay, that's a little glitch, but that'll be fixed. We're not even an alpha yet, so we're launching alpha in 25th of March, and and we're going to be, production on May 1st. So we have time yet. Anyway, that is basically how the autonomous cryptographic enterprise works. And like I said, we're going to spin this off on a second project. For a second project, I have kind of the branding, working on the branding. It's going to be pretty cool. Of course, Axiom is our flagship, and the one I'm concentrating on the most. This just happens to the ACE. The ACE is just a tool for Axiom to work, and I'm like, well, we're building it so well, we might as well spin it off and see if other people want this type of governance system, because we think it's pretty efficient at running a project. So yeah, there we go. I think that's all I'm going to say today. This is Troy. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I build freedom. And right now, axiom.info goes directly to our community on OpenChat. And if you join that, you're going to learn how to get an internet identity, which is the same internet identity that you're going to need to join Axiom. So, yeah, probably see you on Twitter. Maybe I'll do a space right after I publish this video. Okay. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day.